Not allowed. You have to record this in your mind and draw out what happens this campaign for the stream.
But welcome back. It has been.
Look, I'd watch it.
That's fair. It has been a couple of weeks.
Hello, everybody on stream of today, which today being
Hello,
June
YouTube.com
11th, 2025.
Amazing.
Fair enough.
Hello, YouTube.com.
Hello, future people.
No,
Joke's on you, I'm already in the future.
This is very much live.
I mean.
Oh yeah, this is very live.
Oh yeah. This is we're definitely recording.
Date today is June 11th, 2025.
Yeah, we're actually streaming right now. This is totally not pre-recorded.
Yeah, this is not pre-recorded. Hello, insert username here.
It couldn't be.
Yes, well, when the streaming was causing me issues where I was getting too much lag, it has occurred to me that possibly doing a recording and just posting it on YouTube the next day is the better way to go.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Now, does everyone remember where we were at?
No.
We had just finished fighting the two greater zombies,
Just finished
and
fighting
then we
those
ended the
zombies.
session.
I'm going to hit start
we-
session so you can actually see the map if you like.
Yeah.
Cool.
I very distinctly remember we defeated the greater zombies, leveled up, and that was about it for that session.
Oh yeah, and there was a statue there that we don't know what it is.
There is a
Yeah, we
statue
haven't-
there.
We haven't investigated it yet, and everyone told me not to shatter it, so...
They did tell you not to
Yeah,
shatter it.
I'm pretty sure I was specifically telling you not to shatter
Yeah.
it.
That was definitely said.
I did also cast shatter on the door multiple times, and it did nothing, so there's that.
Yeah, that's honestly surprising. The door.
Anyway, I guess what's the statue of?
The statue is what looks like a warrior angel with, and I know the sticker doesn't have it here, and I apologize for that. The sword is in his left hand. He has a shield in his right hand.
Okay.
And give me a second here. Sorry, I'm just trying to find where I have this written. Ah, yes. Can I actually get some perception rolls from anyone taking a look at the statue?
Perception? Okay.
Sure.
I'll take
I would assume it would be...
9.
I rolled a
a
nat
solid
one.
6.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a nat
9.
one.
Damn, 9's the highest? Oh god.
9 seems
I
to be
also
the
rolled a
9.
highest. That's
Yeah, because like
impressive.
my dice was about to be on the 15, but then it rolled over to the 5. So
That's impressive.
Yeah, mine was about to be on 13 and I rolled a 1 instead.
All right.
It's the dice
Damn.
punishing us for missing 3 weeks in a row.
It's true.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sometimes work happens. It is what it is. I get it. It's fine. All right. So what you do notice is some script written on the shield.
script. That's
What
Does
is
what
it
to be-
something? Is it something I'm able to read, or at least recognize what language it is potentially?
Let me just see here. I will double check people's languages.
The languages I understand are Common, Giant, and Gnomish.
And,
Livio, you understand what it is saying.
Oh, fun.
In Draconic, it says, "The dawning sun burns away the hoary frost, coaxing life back into the dead land."
Okay, he's
Oh.
gonna repeat that to the group.
Okay.
Can I get this in written form? I
Yeah, can we get this in written form? Because like,
Hmm.
You emailed us.
Darth, would Waver perhaps be able to notice the way that this is written and correlate it with the other form of Draconic that we had for the key to Zal?
As
Basically,
in,
Waver's trying to do is if this was
Oh,
written
yeah,
by the same dragon.
not that you can tell.
Okay.
okay.
Does the warrior the statue doesn't look like a draconic person, do they?
It looks like a warrior angel.
Okay, but so it implying that the shield was
Can I get another
made
perception check?
From
Sure.
Sure. I was mostly going for Livio because Livio was looking for certain things, but yeah.
Waver was more interested in like
I
how it
rolled
was
a
written
12.
and
17's a bit
wouldn't
better.
be.
Damn, 5.
I'm not gonna roll for Waver because she was specifically looking at like the text and how it was written, so wouldn't be
That's-
focusing on
that's fine.
the other stuff.
Jane, you see that the shield has some scorch marks on it.
Hmm.
Is it recent? Does it look recent? Or is it
Like
old?
scorch marks, like the statue was made to look like it has scorch marks, or actual scorch marks.
How are you going to discern that?
I'm gonna point that out and suggest that maybe we have to put a fire near the shield.
Dawning suns, the dawning sun burns away the hoary frost, coaxing life
should let
back
us go for
into
that.
the dead land.
If you do notice, Burns, Frost, and Life are all capitalized.
Are you saying that's intentional?
Right. Wait, is that intentional or?
I don't know, Darth. Is that intentional? I feel
That's
like
the way it's written on the shield.
Oh, that's how it's actually written on the shield. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, Waver couldn't point that out because she doesn't understand Draconic, but I
Sure,
assume
sure,
that Roshi probably would point out that, yeah, those things are specifically capitalized.
Is it like where it's capitalized is like the start of a new line on the shield
No.
or something?
No,
No.
Or just
it's
all one
written like
line?
a bad tweet.
Ah, okay. So it's like
wait,
it's just
okay,
it's just type
define bad tweet because that is every tweet.
fair.
Certain rather famous people who aren't on Twitter anymore and have their own platform that randomly capitalize letters.
Ah,
Um,
morning sun burns
I'm
away
going
the hoary
to
frost.
I'm going to take out a torch, light it up, and hold it near the shield.
Okay. You hold it near the
The
shield.
room explodes and we all die.
The shield glows yellow.
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay.
Does anyone have a source of frost? Maybe we need to do an order: burning it,
Don't
freezing
you?
it, and then life stuff.
Did you get rid of
The
common
stunning
cold?
sun burns away the hoary frost, coaxing life back into the dead land. Hmm.
Unfortunately, no, I don't have frost. I have chill touch, which is necrotic.
Oh.
Um.
Wait, hold on. Give me a sec.
It's in my inventory.
The closest thing I have is prestidigitation, which is probably not going to work.
No, that's not gonna work. I don't know if this is necessarily how it's supposed to solve this. 'Cause I don't see really anything that can give me frost. I mean, like the thing that comes close is Druidcraft. There's a weather sensor, but
Yeah, I was looking at Druidcraft as well.
but like I don't believe that I can control that.
I mean,
It's just
I feel like it would have to be a sensory effect that you would use with Druidcraft.
yeah, but like it just
Um,
says it predicts what the weather will be at your location in the next 24 hours.
Well, no, sensory effect. It says you create a harmless sensory effect such as falling leaves, spectral dancing fairies, agenda
Huge.
trees, and it's in a 5-foot cube. So you could create the sensory effect of a bit of frost.
Well, that's the thing, though. It says it predicts what the weather will be at my location in the next 24 hours. For the next 24 hours.
No, that's not.
Frost. Hmm.
I mean, where are we in like snowy mountains?
You're currently in a tomb.
No, well,
Wait.
And the entrance is blocked, so we can't go back outside.
Wait. I have a water skin, but I don't know if I have water in it right now.
I mean,
I don't.
I assume you would because, water to drink when you're on an adventure, you would probably fill that out.
Yeah, probably.
Do
Because
I know?
I'm an idea is forming in my head.
That scares me.
Can I see if there's any like burn marks anywhere else on the statue, or is it just the shield?
Just the shield.
Okay.
Okay, what if I took some of the water from my water skin and kind of just like splashed some of it onto the shield, and then use prestidigitation to chill said water on the shield.
That would work.
I mean, you try that.
The specific wording is we need to burn away the frost.
Right. So I guess like then
So
after that you would hold the
we
torch
should
up to
take
it.
away. Yeah.
Yeah, take the
We
torch away
freeze
from
the
the
shield.
shield.
Take it away from the shield. Then we
Yeah.
frost it, and then we burn it away.
Yeah.
Maybe the frost isn't important, and maybe we just needed like cast healing word on it or something
Cast healing word on the.
Pass healing word.
for like the life part.
The dawning sun though. Or maybe we need to take it, like move the statue. Oh wait, but the front door is locked still, isn't it?
How heavy
Oh
is
my
the
goodness.
statue?
That's a good question.
You don't seem
How
to
heavy
be
does
able
it
to move
look?
it.
There is no way in hell any of us will be able to move that statue.
Okay. Back to this water skin idea. Like okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try it. I'm gonna go ahead, take out my water skin with water in it, and kind of splash some of the water onto the shield, and then cast prestidigitation to chill the water that is on the shields to try to kind of like make it like
Wait, I have an idea.
into frost kind of on frost on the shield.
Nothing seems to happen.
If that
Okay, how about have we just checked if the door is still locked?
The
The door
door's
might just be unlocked right now.
the door is still locked.
I'm not. Oh, I wasn't
never
concerned
mind.
about the door. I was just
I thought this was how we were supposed to get through the door.
no. I thought we would. This was just something else. But
Um, did you burn away the frost?
I mean, I'm still holding my torch to the shield.
and like the frost that is on with the frost on there still, I guess.
I mean, with the water that you have made cold.
Is
No,
it
you did
is
burn
it
it
was
with frost.
prestidigitation not enough to like freeze it into frost or
I feel like we are going down.
No.
We're going down a path, and we're not supposed to be going down it.
perhaps?
I feel like we're. I think we need to do something else.
I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of I was halfway hoping that Darth would reward me for creativity. I don't know.
You were just
But-
hoping that Darth would count this.
But no. Okay. Hmm. All right. Well, I guess I have less water in my water skin now.
That seems
Great.
to be accurate.
Um. Hmm. The dawning sun burns away the hoary frost. What does hoary even mean?
It's grayish white. I looked it up. It's
Ah,
like
okay.
grayish.
Grayish white. Grayish white frost.
So it's basically just
Okay.
frost.
Gotcha. Oh, coaxing life back into the dead land. Back into the dead land? That's
Necrotic.
Is that like? Are we supposed to sacrifice somebody? I don't fucking know.
Okay, that
You know what?
that's a bit much.
I'm gonna try.
It's like-
something. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on the statue at first level.
Huh. Okay.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Damn. Wasted spell slot.
Damn.
Are we sure
Um,
chilling touch won't work?
Wait, does somebody have Chilling Touch?
Yeah, Waver does.
Oh.
Oh.
I
Well
have-
then.
It's a
I have-
necrotic spell.
Yeah,
It's a
I have
necrotic
chill
spell.
touch, but it's necrotic, so
Yeah.
Well,
so
it could be a necrotic thing because like back into the dead land. I don't know.
okay.
Oh,
Padre,
no.
I feel like you are really over putting into the poetry of this.
I don't know. Padre tends to overthink things. I don't know. Um.
Um, I tried putting my torch. Is it just holding a shield or is it holding something else?
It has the shield in his right hand and a sword in his left.
I'm gonna try holding my torch up to the sword.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Can I look
I
around?
guess. Okay. Is there like anything else of note on the statue besides like the text on the shield and the scorch marks and shit? Like maybe like an insignia or other symbol or something
That
of any sort. Oh, is Darth AFK?
no, I'm not.
Nope.
Not AFK.
Oh, okay, I just like could barely see you in your video.
That's fair. That's fair. Give me a knowledge religion roll.
Religion. Okay. All right. Coming right up.
I can also do that, I guess.
24.
24. Okay, we're fine.
22.
The tabard on the warrior angel has the symbol of Bahamut.
Bahamut.
You mean the demon?
Bahamut is otherwise known as Paladine, is the king of the dragons.
Yeah, he's the good guy
Oh.
dragon. He's the good guy dragon to Tiamat, the bad
I-
girl dragon.
Can I look around the room for anything else of note?
Certainly can.
Yeah. I'm also gonna point that out to everyone else.
What
who
do you
didn't
want me to
notice.
roll for that?
Give me an investigation.
Awesome. 15.
You don't find anything else of note.
Oof.
Can I also just look around the room for anything else of note?
Sure can.
Just like a
I feel like
investigation.
Yep.
That's a 19.
Nothing that you notice.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
we're overthinking this.
I
yeah,
feel like
something's eluding us.
yeah, there's gotta be something that's like once we solve it, it'll be like, oh, it'll be obvious in hindsight.
Or it's possible this was all written before we lost party members and the structure changed. It's all possible.
Yeah, you do have
I
to
don't
remember
believe
we
that.
did at the start of this campaign have a a monk who could elemental bend. So
True.
well,
But the Drunk
we
would have taken that into account. That we
we
lost.
we do have other areas to explore. Like
Yeah, we
there is
can
another
always
area.
circle back on this if we
But
need to.
let's come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
let's
feel like
go
banging
through
our head against this brick wall isn't going to do anything. So
Yeah. There is a door there, so we can just go through it, I guess.
Yeah, that won't shatter.
The door that's locked.
Oh, it's locked.
Yeah.
Fuck. I
This
forgot.
this was
You
said.
guys said this.
Is there a keyhole?
There is.
Wait, do
Anybody
have...
proficient with lockpicks and have lockpicks?
I am not. What material is the door made of? Like wood or
It
stone or
appears to
what?
be made of wood, but it survived shatter spells.
Ah,
Okay.
What if I hold the torch near the door, up to the door?
to try to burn it off? Like,
Not necessarily. I just want to see what happens.
The portion of the door
Do I
you are
have the
putting a
paper?
torch near starts to glow
Oh.
first an orange, then a red, then a bright yellow.
Oh.
Okay, somebody else. Can somebody else like put a torch near the
I
shield?
light a torch. I light a torch and hold it near the shield on the statue.
Just straight yellow.
Straight yellow.
Is that supposed to be the sun? Can we frost the shield? The door is the sun. The dawning sun burns away the hoary frost.
Can
Yeah,
I
hoary
get
frost, correct.
perceptions from everyone for a second?
Okay.
No.
Sure.
9.
Audrey does not know.
Solid 6.
Jamie does not know.
At
17.
20.
Wait,
Waver and
20.
Livio both think, wait, wood wouldn't glow like that. That's gotta glow almost like a metal.
Hmm.
How did the metal heat up that fast? That's what I'm saying.
that's a good question. I feel like it would take a lot of heat to
Because
make
somebody
metal
doesn't
glow
want
like
to take the time to have to wait for it to heat up. I don't know.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so this
Hmm.
probably isn't magic. It's probably just normal metal being heated up.
Well, obviously there's magic.
Well, no,
making
but
the
it
door look
appears
like it's
to be
wood.
wood, though.
Yeah,
Maybe it's...
there's at the very least something going on to make it look like wood, but it
Yeah.
isn't wood.
Right. Like, how realistic does wood look? I guess.
It looks very realistic.
Okay.
You
Well,
swear
my
you
guess
could.
then is like some sort of illusion to make it appear as wood
You swear you can see the
rather
grain to
than
that
metal.
wood.
Wait, doesn't this just mean that the shield and the door are made out of the same material?
No, because the shield only glowed orange or yellow.
Hmm.
Well, the door glowed orange, then
The
red.
door glowed. Yeah, it was progressive with the door, whereas the shield just straight up glowed yellow.
The door glowed, and you could tell it was glowing from heat. The shield
Right.
wasn't heat involved. It was glowing.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So the shield
So we do
maybe is
fire.
glowing from some sort of
Oh,
magical effect.
we do fire on the door. Something else on the shield, and one of the other two on something else.
But we looked around the room. We didn't see anything.
There's like nothing else in the room besides like the door and the statue. Hmm.
So there's nothing else in the room, Darth, that we can see.
That is correct.
Dawning sun burns away the hoary frost, collecting life back into the dead land. Oh. Yeah, I got nothing.
I mean, oh no.
I have no idea.
The sun burns away the horrid frost. Okay. The door's locked. Has anyone gone back to the main room to look if anything changed in there?
No.
No.
There might be more beholder zombies.
Mm,
We could be.
There is also the other hallway that we haven't explored yet. So we could also go that way. And just circle come back to
I'm
this
honestly
later.
just thinking, yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
We'll sleep on this one.
Yeah. Padre's gonna put his torch away. And then start heading towards the other hallway.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Yeah.
I see Padre and Jane heading that direction.
That's true.
Anyone else following or
I'm not seeing anyone else following. I see Jane overtaking Padre.
Wait, I'm gonna stop right here.
Jane is on top of Padre. Good to know. Good to know.
And then
It's
I'm
two
gonna, like-
halflings in a trench coat again.
Good callback. No, but Padre's gonna stop right here and then kind of just peek around the corner very slowly.
And pray that nothing eats your face before the rest of the party can catch up.
Something like that.
okay. I'm trying to like logic this in my head, and the thing that my head keeps coming back to is, okay, so this is a wooden door. You try and bust it down with something like shatter. You realize it doesn't work. What do you try then? Well, it's made of wood, so you use fire, but that reveals that it's not actually wood. It's some sort of metal. But what does that actually tell you? Uh, I'm trying to think like the DM and trying to think like,
Yeah, like
okay, the
Darth gave
logical
that
sequence
to
of
us.
events, and
Darth gave
uh,
that to us as a hint, definitely. Saying,
Yeah, it's definitely a
wood
hit for something.
wood doesn't normally burn like that. Yeah, we know, Darth.
Goth 2? There's
Goth
more than
2?
one?
I will
Imagine if it wasn't another goth, it was just goth 2.
I will be posting a picture so you can see what they look like.
Sorry, I
yeah,
changed the name accordingly.
Waver will probably be coming over, but my mind is trying to rationalize this in like the mind of a DM, and I keep getting stuck on, okay, so the door is not wood, it's metal. What does that actually tell us, though?
All right, give me a second to post him in our Discord chat. This is what he looks like.
Oh.
Ugh. Is that like a baby beholder or some shit?
I hate
Yes, I think.
I
so.
hate
God.
that. Livio hates that.
Why is everyone
Anyway.
hate it?
Oh, these things. Oh, I know
Has-
these things. Oh,
Okay,
they're little gremlin things.
so I
I
see that when I
So
peek around the corner.
was there not like a token for that thing, Darth?
Not that I have access to.
Does it
Yeah.
appear to have noticed me peeking around the corner?
Just a second.
Roll a
while we-
perception check.
Good. Let me double check.
I know what these things are. So if you don't know, there's this Dungeons and Dragons tabletop game sort of thing where you sort of like have tiles and lay out maps, and it's basically a solo mode of Dungeons and Dragons. And these things are an enemy in that. And I very distinctly remember that these things were really annoying to deal with in that game.
That's fine. We have 4 people and a wolf.
Yes, he has noticed you and is starting to come towards you.
Okay, in
So-
that case,
In that case, I'm gonna ask initiatives.
yes,
Yes.
that.
Give me a second till I can get everyone added.
I've
here.
been rolling 4 so many
16.
goddamn
Oh my god.
14.
6.
I've
Why
rolled
am I
4
rolling so
3
bad?
times out of the total 4 times I have rolled.
Every
I
time,
know-
every roll this session for me has been. Oh no, there was one that was above 10, but
Yeah. I
I'll
got a pretty good initiative, so you don't need to swap with me.
I'll use my alert initiative to swap with Jane. My initiative with Jane. So Jane's gonna go second instead of.
Last, probably.
All right, so you said, okay, I'm gonna have to ask people what they got because unfortunately, the
I got 6.
Jane
I
got
also got
six.
6.
So Livio now has a 6.
Yes.
What did?
And I rolled
No,
a
no, no.
16.
All
Well,
right.
I rolled a 15, I believe.
I got a 16.
Wait, so
So Waver got a 16. You said.
No, I rolled
Yep.
a 14, but it doesn't. The order is Waver, Jane, and then me or Padre, depending on who wants to go first.
right,
Well-
depending on which of us want to go first, I guess.
Yes, I just needed to know what the actual rolls were because, of course, it's going to
Yeah.
affect it for the other.
Yeah, it's
Things.
Right. So
16,
it's
2 6s.
All right.
Those are the
yes.
numbers.
Give me a second to roll some dice here.
we did. Wait, hold on. We didn't end up taking a short or a long rest after we fought those zombies, did we?
No, you didn't.
No.
No.
Okay,
Nope.
I didn't think so. I just
We,
wanted to check.
we didn't use much resources, I think. We were
Yeah,
pretty
for sure.
conservative in that fight.
Yep, yep, yep.
So, and we also leveled up, so we do have more resources than we
Yes.
did before.
Boy.
Yes.
All right. So, like I said, he sees you, Padre. He's coming towards you. As he's floating towards you, he is going to fire off some eye beams.
Oh god.
Pew, pew, pew,
I
pew.
scare.
Luckily, they're not as bad as the Beholder ones.
Yeah, no shit.
Right.
You only say that because there's no disintegration, right?
But I'm also pretty sure their saving throws are a bit more generous.
So, Padre, can you make a strength saving throw for me?
Strength saving throw?
It does. Do they roll at disadvantage since Padre is technically undercover, behind cover right now?
These don't roll to hit.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh.
I have to roll a saving throw to avoid
Yeah.
being hit.
What would you-
21.
Cool.
That fails. Good to know.
No, I said
Damn.
cool. That was a good thing. Cool.
21 fails.
I have to reroll that.
Imagine. Because
Uh,
I rolled a natural 19.
okay, can I
so,
get a
like-
wisdom save from you?
A wisdom save. Ooh,
Jesus.
I have advantage on that one. I have advantage on wisdom saves. Okay, here we go. 20.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
That
Okay.
also
That's
fails.
fair. That's
Very
fair.
wise.
Very wise. Indeed.
Very
Can I
wise.
get you to make a dexterity save?
Dex save. Okay.
Christ.
I don't have advantage on that one.
It's like
But I do have
the
plus
fucking
3.
thing.
Yeah, unlike the
9. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Do I have
Do you
a
have
thing?
heroic inspiration?
I do have heroic
Is
inspiration.
it,
Yes.
is it really worth it though?
On the deck save? Probably.
Yeah.
Yes, I will use my heroic inspiration to reroll that.
Okay.
okay. I mean,
Ooh!
to be fair, I do
Oh,
find
one.
that
Okay, so it's a 4.
like-
Oh god.
Your short
Yeah.
sword feels heavier.
Oh.
Ah shit.
that's
I'm
the
very-
debilitating
I'm very
strength
curious
one.
that was a dex save.
It was a dex save. The beam hit the short sword, and the short sword feels
Ah,
less.
gravity beam.
No, less than what it was before.
The short sword feels what? Lighter or heavier?
Lesser than it was
Heavier.
before.
Heavier. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a fluff way of saying your sword deals less damage.
I see.
Would I do that?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not. I would definitely do that.
Mm,
Yeah, we know.
It's far
Wait.
enough.
Saving throws are not considered ability checks, right?
For use with bardic inspiration, things like that.
For my tactical mind.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah.
He flew his 20 feet. That's good. He's done what he can. That makes it
Yeah.
Waver's turn.
Yeah.
Well, you know what time it is.
10-12.
Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
no, it's actually it's
Easy.
2:12. Thank you very much.
Mantle of Inspiration time? Is
It's
that what it
it's
is?
10:12 p.m. EST.
All right, everyone gets 14 temporary hit points, and
Yay!
can use their reaction to move their movement speed without doing the opportunity stuff.
Okay.
Ooh. Can I wait? Hmm. Do I
So
or
there's
do
probably
I
another
not?
one in there.
Yeah.
There is.
I don't know why you would think that.
Okay, so
What-
yeah, because like
I wonder what Goth 1 on the initiative tracker could possibly be.
okay, what if I just like move here, just to, but that's it.
I
Oh,
mean,
No.
yeah. Yeah, as your reaction, sure. If you like to that, I will take care
Yeah.
of some of that.
I don't want to like be. Hmm.
Wait, I used my reaction. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm still doing that.
Hmm.
So, yep.
Like I want to be more in the room just so I'm not like bottlenecking.
Okay, so it's apparently, I think it's gonna be in that bottom right corner somewhere,
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
since I can't see it from here.
Like I don't want to be like, yeah, bottlenecking this hallway, but I also like.
I mean, we're kind of have to though. It's just one.
Yeah,
block.
we have to kind of push through the Goth 2, and
Yeah.
yeah.
He is floating. If you want to run under him, you can.
Yeah.
And
I'm-
risk
yeah,
being
if,
hit by
if
Goth
anyone
one. Nah,
can
I'm
do
good.
that, it's Padre. If
Hmm.
anyone that can do that, it's Padre or Jane.
Padre can do that anytime, yeah.
hmm
I could, but I also don't really want to be hit by Goth one. So it's like, I'll
Well,
just stay here for
Goth
now.
1 hasn't had a turn yet to prepare an attack.
Going over here.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Its turn is coming
Actually,
up
I'm going over here. I'm going over here.
before my
Right.
next turn.
Olivia's
There
gonna
it is.
go here.
Yep, there it is. Yep.
Wait.
Now we
I
know
can
where
only
it
go with
is.
my movement, so I'm gonna go over here.
There's literally nothing in that room.
Yeah.
Just the Goths. Dang.
I mean, might as well get rid of them while we're here.
Might as well. Yep.
So I can only see Goth 2 from here because yeah. So
Yes. Because I couldn't see Goth one
There.
either.
The name
yeah,
changed.
no.
Yeah.
I will. What will I do?
Shatter Padre and Goth 2.
It's a very good use for shatter.
Let's do math with squares.
Yay, squares.
Squares aren't very good.
Okay.
Now with
Bye,
that
square.
attitude.
It's hip to be square.
It is half the size of the shatter.
Oh. Hey, you can hit both of them without hitting any of our teammates.
Yes, indeed. All right, Darth, Shatter, right there.
Shatter.
Denied.
Yep. Constitution saving throws DC is 15.
1 failed. 2 failed.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I
Then they
thought you
both
said that
take.
one of them rolled a nat 1.
They both take 12 thunder damage.
Wait, thunder.
Yeah.
Shatter is thunder?
Yep.
That's news to me. I wasn't expecting thunder.
I don't know why it's thunder. It should probably be force, but hey,
Yeah, that's what I
my
thought it
choice.
was.
That's my action and my bonus action. I don't have any other shenanigans, so that's my turn.
Give me 2
Goodbye,
seconds
Jane.
here. You said how much damage was that?
I'm not afraid.
12.
Famous last words. I'm not afraid.
I can take it.
Shh. Dang it. One second, waiver. Waiver. On your sheet, without you hitting refresh, what does it say for your maximum hit points?
My maximum hit points
Yep.
is 39.
Okay, cool. I thought I'd screwed something up. It turns out I didn't.
I was so worried that it was like a counterattack and the waiver was just gonna get insta killed.
No, I thought I had screwed something up, and it turns out I didn't, and that's a good thing.
Imagine a counterattack on Shatter and you just get insta killed for it.
All right. You said they took 12 damage?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me a second. So 12 damage. And 12 damage. Cool. All right. Now it's Goth number 1's turn. Hey, who changed that to Goth?
I changed both of them to Goth. I said name changed accordingly both times.
Yeah, you're too far away to actually do that too. Yeah, oh well, whatever. Let's see. Why am I not? Give me a second. Token, please. The Goth is going to move over here and is going to take a bite.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Bite.
Oh, a bite.
Yummy, yummy.
Interesting. An interesting choice from the DM there.
Yeah. It's a choice.
Wait, what happened? What's an interesting choice?
Choosing the bite.
Goth one is
over-
biting Jane.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Let's just say
No, he's not.
Missed.
There is a miss,
I,
and there is what happened
Yeah.
here.
I would just say I know one of its melee attacks, and it is pretty nasty.
Jane, what would you like to do?
Thinking.
While you're thinking, there are a couple of things. First of all, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh, that one. I'm gonna use heroic inspiration on that.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, it can't get any worse.
11. That's a bit better.
You are currently stunned, and basically not gonna do much in your turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
these things are horrors, and being in close range makes you sad.
As you look at the central eye and you see all the little eyes around it, not even the ones on the stalks. If you look at the picture, there's little itty bitty eyes all around that central eye.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Wait, actually,
Or
don't I
is
have bardic inspiration as well?
No, I don't think you do.
Never mind then.
If you do, it's probably already expired by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Olivia, what would you like to do?
Can
Before
I see Goth 2 from here?
before you answer, yes, you can see Goth 2. And I would also like that DC or the wisdom save from you.
Yeah.
From
These
me?
things
Yep.
these things are really
Interesting.
nasty. These things are really, really nasty.
5.
You are also stunned.
I think I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration to reroll.
Okay. Cool,
19.
you're not stunned.
That's a lot
That's a bit
better.
better.
That's better. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you need me to do?
Just let me know what you're doing.
I'm gonna shoot my bow at Goth 2.
Cool. Go for it. Are you gonna cast anything before you shoot?
Oh yeah, Hunter's Mark. I get a free Hunter's Mark. Thank you for reminding me.
I did no such thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
You definitely reminded me. Anyway, longbow.
He asks that all
Hunter's
the time
Mark
before
on Goth
anybody's about to
2.
attack.
I rolled a nat 1 for the first attack. That does not hit.
That is a miss.
Second attack. 3, 8 probably doesn't hit either.
Also a miss. Okay.
Doing great.
Hold on. What is Hoodie's movement? Hoodie's movement is...
I mean, it hasn't dealt any damage to us. We haven't dealt any damage to it. Right now, it's
I,
at
actually, I dealt damage to it. Thank
Oh no,
you
you
very
did. You did. You're right. You're right.
Is it possible for Hoodie to make it to Goth 2 with all
Yep.
these people in the way? Awesome. Go Goth 2. I mean Hoodie, attack.
Go Goth 2. Got ya. I heard it.
That's an 11.
Okay.
This is an 11 hit.
Are your dice giving you problems today? They seem to be.
I guess. So.
When are they not?
It's fair.
I can't do anything else if that did not.
Audrey, what would you like to do? Would you like to make a wisdom save?
I would not like to make no. Just kidding. Wisdom save advantage. Well, it's a good thing I had advantage because one of them was a nat 1. The other one was a nat 16. So I rolled a 17.
Okay. At this point, you all notice it's that central eye. You get fixated on it, and then that's what's causing the issues. You have choices on that, but it's up to you.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh God, you said my short sword felt heavier
much.
Yep.
earlier.
It did.
Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and try to swing my short sword at Goth 2.
Sure.
Not gonna be too picky, but if I'm able, I want to try to get the central eye with it. So, that is a 17 to hit.
It does hit.
Cool. That is going to be 9 piercing damage.
We'll pretend it was a full 9 piercing damage. Nothing.
What? Okay, interesting. Hmm. I'm also on that attack. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. I'm also then I'm gonna nick it with my scimitar as well.
Yeah, that you're allowed. Absolutely.
That's gonna be an 11 to
That's
hit.
not a hit.
No.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot my short sword. I should have had advantage on that. Because I hit it with a short sword. Let me roll that again, I guess.
Sure. That's fine with me.
Okay, that's a 14 to hit.
It's still not a hit.
Okay.
I think the armor class is exactly 15.
So the AC is probably 15 exactly.
Man, I can't believe I had 3 attacks and missed all of them.
All right, let me think. What do I could do that if I really wanted to. I can move through Goth 2 space, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So long as you don't exit their zone of control, you'll probably be fine. The only issue is Hoodie is in the way, so you'll kind of
Like-
have to.
like could I move like here potentially,
Yeah, I'd
or
let
is
that
that
go.
not possible?
That's fine.
Cool. That I'll do that then.
So this is
Um,
totally off topic, but can Padre ride on Hoodie without it being a problem?
I believe so, yes.
That's funny.
Noted.
Noted.
I believe Hoodie is a medium creature and Padre is a small creature,
is
so
correct.
yes, that's a thing.
Amazing.
We can also
I
always.
don't think there's anything else I want to do as a bonus action right now, so yeah, I'll go ahead and that's my turn.
All right. That's
Back
cool.
to the top.
Back to the top. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do items. That's fine. I've got four choices. Start with Hoodie. Go clockwise. So that one's on Padre. Padre, can I get a saving throw?
Sorry, what happened?
I need a saving throw.
Saving throw.
Specifically,
What kind of saving throw?
Strength saving throw.
Does Hoodie
Okay.
need to make a saving throw?
No.
Strength saving throw.
Yeah.
9.
You got flung.
Your speed is actually halved next turn.
Ah, shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, these things are really fucking.
Not that it'll
annoying.
matter probably, since the room is so small, but you know.
Yeah. The reason I hate these things so much is they don't really like do damage very well, but they do a very good job of just really sticking around and making it killing them the most annoying thing possible.
Padre, can I get
Right.
a con save from you?
A con save?
Yeah.
Okay. 16.
Cool. You're not paralyzed.
Yay.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that one. So
These-
different one.
These things are really annoying.
Can I get a wisdom save for Hoodie?
A wisdom save for Hoodie.
Yeah.
I'm sure Hoodie's very wise.
I mean, Hoodie has a +5 to wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Holy shit.
Hoodie is very wise.
Hoodie
I
has
mean,
much.
I also have a +5 to wisdom, and have been.
I have a
trained also.
+1 to wisdom.
That's gonna be a 19.
Hoodie doesn't fall asleep.
Yay.
Yay.
Waver, it's your turn. Can I please get a wisdom save from you?
Sure. 6.
You're currently stunned.
Mm-hmm.
Jane, you're currently stunned.
Indeed.
Let me roll this twice. Does a 16 hit you, Jane?
Yes, it does.
You got bit.
Ow.
Owie.
Ouch.
7 points of damage.
See what I mean?
Are you saying that they're weak?
No, I'm saying they're really annoying.
Yes, but also weak. Jane,
Their
it,
their their j- their job isn't to kill you; it's to whittle you down so much with a war of attrition.
it is your turn. You have a choice. You can either make me a wisdom save, or spend your turn completely avoiding its gaze, which does mean that you're going to be doing anything to do with these things at disadvantage.
Okay, so I see. Let me see. Because I do have something in mind, but I don't know. If I made the goth make a DC saving throw, would that be at advantage then, or would it just be regular?
If you make him make a saving throw, for you to cast a spell at them, you have to see them.
But I'm not casting a spell at them.
I'm gonna ask for clarification before I give you what would
Okay.
happen.
I would want to try to turn into a constrictor snake and constrict them. DC
Oh, I see what you're
12.
saying.
It's a strength DC saving throw. A strength saving throw. DC 12.
Let me just double check something really quick there. All right. Because this is something that's floating and not actually on the ground, I'm going to say you actually have to make a roll to hit it. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. Would I add anything to the roll?
Yeah. If you use your bonus action to turn into a snake, it'll have the same +4. I think is what your roll would be on that.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna try and make another wisdom saving
Sure.
throw then. That's a bit better.
It-
17.
Perfect. You're fine. It was definitely an interesting option.
Yeah.
I like that.
No. Because yeah, I'm just gonna be right there. Now I don't know if I want to turn into a constrictor snake.
Turn into an anaconda.
I mean,
And I don't have that available to me. I didn't prepare it.
turning into a bear, you won't be able to knock them prone. I guarantee it.
Okay, I won't.
No, they're floating.
Sad.
I know, sad
Not
face.
with that attitude, you can't.
You know, you're right. Hold on. I just need to look through my wild shapes real quick.
Well, you have the constrictor snake.
Mhm.
You,
I have brown bear, constrictor snake, dire wolf, and rat.
you have brown bear.
You have brown bear.
You have
Brown bear does also give me a couple of more
dire
attacks.
wolf. And I have a rat around here somewhere. I know I set one here. I'm not sure where I set him. I set him somewhere. I seem to have misplaced
Audrey
my
doesn't
rat.
have the incapacitated. Isn't incapacitated, is he?
Padre is currently not incapacitated.
Okay. cook, because then I would get an advantage with my bite attack as a wolf.
I'm still trying to figure out where the hell I left the rat. Ah, there he is. I found the rat.
Yay.
Did you find Did you find Remy or just a regular rat?
Yeah, can he cook?
Yeah, can he cook?
Can you cook?
Okay, you know what? I'll go over here. I'll turn it to a brown bear. It's the tried and true method.
Jane Bearbrook.
Jane Bearbrook.
All right.
And then I'll first. I mean, yeah, it does. It doesn't get knocked prone. You said,
No.
so I guess it doesn't really matter the order. But I'll try and claw it first.
Sure.
It's gonna be 5 to this. Nope, 7 doesn't do it. I'd imagine.
Didn't we set it up so you actually have them on there? No, we didn't. Shoot. I thought we did. We haven't yet.
So.
I will deal with that later. Okay, I apologize.
You're good. And I'll try doing the bite.
Sure. I know I've
That's a
done
bit
that
better.
with other druids in my groups. Cool. The bite hit.
Mhm. Okay. And then that would be. Yeah, I tried to bite me. No, or it did bite me. I'll bite it back. It's going to be +3 to whatever this is. So that's going to be 8 damage.
Hey, it only did
8
7 to you.
damage. That's true. I'm winning.
Livia? Oh, go ahead. Yep.
Oh yeah, no, I'm done.
You did
Sorry.
your move, your bonus action, and your action. That's
yeah.
fine. Yep.
Well, Livia's going to attack Goth 2, of course.
Okay. Are you going to avert your eyes, or are you going to make a wisdom save for me?
Oh, right.
Yeah, shoot your bow without looking. It'll be cool.
Wait, do it. Okay. I rolled a 16
You're
for the wisdom
fine.
save.
You're fine.
Awesome. I rolled a 13 for the first attack.
No.
I rolled a 2 for the second attack.
Hoodie's turn.
You know what? I'll attack Goth 2 again. Come on,
Who
Hoodie.
is
you
Amber?
can do
Why
it.
is she avoiding me?
Nat 20!
Hoodie hits.
Only Hoodie can deal damage.
Yeah!
Amber, why am I getting your alert?
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
9 damage to Goth.
9 Hoodie damage.
9 Hoodie damage.
9 hoodie damage.
And that's it for my turn.
Padre.
Oh yes. What happened? Okay, so hold on. I gotta tap back in. Oh shit, brown bear now. Okay. I'm gonna go. You said my speed was halved
Speed
this
is
turn,
halved.
right? So 15 feet. Okay.
Want to wail on Goth 1 with me?
I'm
Doesn't
gonna
have a
go
choice.
5. Oh my god, again? Another amber alert. Okay, anyway. 5, 10, 15.
Good job, Padre.
Padre, it
Wow.
took me a minute
I
to
can
figure out what the
count.
hell you were saying.
Anyway, I'm gonna proceed to wail on Goth 1 with Amber.
Okay.
Yeah.
With my short sword
Sure.
first.
Your short sword's feeling much better now.
Yay!
Yeah, it's literally just that for one turn, a damage is reduced.
16 to hit.
That's a hit.
Yes, let's go.
We have now conclusively deduced. Yes, the
10
AC is
piercing
exactly
damage.
15.
The damage has happened.
Cool.
Congra- Congratulations.
And then I'm going to nick it with the scimitar.
Certainly.
Nat 20.
I believe that's a
Ooh,
hit.
good
Nice.
damage.
Critical
I don't
hit.
believe you. Is that really a hit though?
Nah,
Damn.
he's 28.
Yeah, 28 is hit.
Damn. That is gonna be 12 slashing damage. Actually, you know what? Let me use a psionic die
Okay.
to add an additional 4 force damage to that attack.
Okay.
So
with
16
the
in total
scimitar.
extra damage.
It's a lot of damage.
A lot of damage with one hit.
Was a lot of damage.
Anyway, sorry.
I said it was a lot of damage. Anything else?
Let me think. Should I? Hold on. So, am I reading tactical shift right? So, like, I've already moved 15 feet,
Uh-huh.
right? Tactical shift says whenever you activate your second wind with a bonus action, you can move up to half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Does that like I can move extra, or is that am I reading that wrong?
Give me a second. I'm trying to find exactly.
I'm pretty sure.
It's second wind tactical shift.
Yeah. I know pretty for certain that in Baldur's Gate you get extra movement, but I don't know about 2025 rules.
Yeah.
Considering the situation, I'm willing to let it go. That's fine.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and use my second wind as a bonus action.
Sure.
So I'm gonna heal myself 16 points.
Sure.
And then as a bonus action, because I did that, I can do tactical shift and move. I just wanted to move here so that I'm within range of both goths.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Done?
So yeah, that's all.
All right. It is Goth 2's turn again. And I'm going to go with I-beams, the first one on Padre.
Mm-hmm.
Owie, owie.
To Padre, can you do me a favor? Can you make a con save for me?
I sure can. That is a 21.
Cool. So you're only going to take half this damage.
Cool.
Oh,
You take 6 damage, half of 12.
Got it.
That was
Six.
necrotic.
Got it.
Hoodie.
I now have
Oh, go ahead.
18
hoodie.
temporary hit points instead of 24.
If Hoodie could make me also a con save.
Wait, hold on.
Okay. That's now.
Hoodie is currently paralyzed for the next minute.
Yeah.
They can repeat that saving throw at the end of your turn for the next.
That doesn't. That one doesn't count as an attack against.
That's not an attack.
Okay, so I would not be able to use my guardian
No.
thing then. Okay.
Jane.
Yes.
I have to look to see if it's gonna matter.
Gonna look to see if it doesn't.
Does it matter?
Can you make a deck save for me?
Let's
Sure.
see the board. Does it matter?
No, it doesn't.
13.
Okay, you failed to save, and therefore your arrows are currently non-magical.
Oh no!
Ah,
Not my arrows.
Oh, that's
Ah,
probably what
no.
happened to my short story earlier. Actually, it
It's
was
100%
not
what
magical.
happened earlier.
I was planning on using my bow this turn.
Yeah, hitting you with the anti-magic beam or the devour magic, right? Just does not do a whole lot on you.
Yep.
Okay, Waver, what would you like to do? And bear in mind, if you're not going to be avoiding seeing them, you're going to need to make a wisdom save first.
Yes, before I make that choice, I do have a bit of a clarification
Sure.
about that. How do area of effect spells cut into that?
Area of effect spells, I don't require you to be able to see them.
Hmm. The only issue is all of my area effect spells that can hit
Oh,
both of them
they're gonna
also
hit-
hit everyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they are.
Ah, they can suffer.
Huh.
Hoodie can take it.
Oh,
Jane's a bear. Padre
I am a
is
bear.
Padre.
Padre's Padre.
Hmm. I will be doing the avoiding making eye contact thing,
Okay. That seems
and
reasonable.
I am going to use a 3rd level spell slot.
Whoa.
Okay.
Cloud of Daggers. Right
Oh, boy.
there.
Ah.
So, 5 cubes centered on a point within range. Each creature in that area takes 4d4 slashing damage, but in this case it's 64 because 3rd level spell slot.
Yep.
They also take that damage if they enter the cube or end their turn there, or if the cube moves into their space. They only take that damage once per turn, and I can take an action to teleport the cube up to 30 feet. So it's not actually moving it, it's actually just like teleporting it, so there's no worry about other people getting caught in it. So it just straight up, no saving throw, takes 64 damage, which is really crazy.
That is really good.
That
Okay.
seems unfair.
I'm gonna have you roll that damage.
14.
Okay. All right. So in order, Padre, can I get a dex save?
Sure can. 18.
Cool. You're taking half damage. Hoodie, you automatically fail your dex save.
No.
Paralyzed. Sorry. Can I get
No.
a dex save from Jane as well?
Sure.
And here's the final nail in the coffin of why this
20.
is one
Okay.
of the worst
Can,
monsters.
can I get a dex save from Waver?
Sure. Luckily, that's one of the things I have proficiency in.
Yep.
Wait, do I need a dex
Yeah,
save?
you're gonna need one as
21.
well, Livio.
21.
Dexterity save. 12.
Okay.
I almost rolled a 1.
So Livio and Hoodie are the only ones who failed this. Everyone else made it.
Honestly, that's kind of fitting.
So Livio and Hoodie take 16. Everyone else takes 8.
Ow.
Luckily, we have temporary hit points.
Hold on, it gets
so-
worse.
8.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
so we take 8.
It gets worse because that was this this particular goth here going kaboom. He
Yep.
blew up in a blast of
Oh.
magical energy, but this one here was left
Yep.
at 1 hit point, and his explosion causes his explosion. Hoodie's gonna
Yep.
automatically fail his dex save. Padre and Jane, I need another dex save.
Yeah, this is why I hate these monsters. You finally manage to
That's
grind through and beat
7.
them, and then you get punished for beating them. Like, what is this? Who designed this monster and said it was a good idea?
Hoodie, Padre, and Jane each take 13 more damage.
Ouch.
13 more damage?
Oh,
Okay.
hey, the temporary hit points from my
Luckily-
mantle absorbed all but one of that damage.
Well, actually, I gained 18 temporary hit points when I turned into a bear, so I'm actually doing all right.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
pretty fine.
For me, I am now at 3 less than my max hit point.
Let's go. We basically took
Uh,
no damage, but these things
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
I was at max plus my temporary hit points, right?
You
And
say
then
you say no damage. Hoodie took some beats.
Hoodie has
Oh, yeah,
3
for sure,
health
for sure.
left, and he started with
Hoodie's such a
35.
trooper.
Oh no, the one guy we can resurrect for free. They took damage.
The one guy we can resurrect for free took a
That is
beating.
cold.
That was
Cold.
cold.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Still cold.
Hoodie is a valued member of our party.
True. It's true.
Yeah. So with one spell, I managed to kill them both. Hooray!
Yeah.
And caused a lot of harm to multiple people.
I was fully expecting that to have been Padre's psychic attack doing it the turn before.
Mm,
Was Hoodie still paralyzed?
No, it's worn off now.
Nice.
yeah. All right.
alright.
I guess we can see what's in this room if there's anything
Yeah,
at all.
Is there anything at all?
Investigate.
Is
Let's
this just empty
investigate.
There are some corpses.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Can we
Skeletons.
investigate?
Fun.
And they have, well, a pouch and a backpack on them.
I take the backpack.
At this point, I'm gonna turn back to from a brown bear. until I
That's
have-
fair. Give me a second. I'll swap you.
Livio has the backpack currently.
Sure.
All right.
What's in the backpack, Derek?
Give me a second here.
What is that? What is that thing that you can etch on them? Exploding runes that when you open it, it explodes.
Would I do that to you?
Yes, you
Yeah.
would.
Oh wait, I did. Not that long ago.
Yeah,
you
you-
almost did.
Yeah, you gave us a book that Livio
Literally-
almost opened if it wasn't for Waver.
Literally, if Waver wasn't there, Livio would have opened that book.
But it
Yes,
was funny.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's true. This was funny.
Let's
Okay.
be honest. That
Honestly,
it-
I love how Waver has basically become the impromptu mom of this group.
yeah, but literally, it would have been very funny if Livio did open that book, though.
All right. So in the pouch, or sorry, in the backpack, there is a brown potion,
Uh-huh.
a brass ring,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
a blue potion,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and in the pouch there is a scroll.
Mm.
Okay. Well, Livio's just gonna put the backpack on his back.
I'll take the mana potion.
With mana potion.
Yeah,
we
it's
don't have
blue.
mana
It's
potion.
obviously mana, right? It's gonna refresh
Mm.
health pot. That's totally what it's gonna do.
I have a history of blue potions being health potions. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
Not red?
You must understand though.
Oh, I know.
Gaming blue means mana.
I've been running D&D before Diablo came out, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
So before Livio puts on the backpack, he's
Oh,
gonna
sorry,
take the brown potion out.
Yeah, you're right, Darth. I didn't say it right. I need more mana.
The potion isn't labeled, is it?
Potions are
Nope.
not labeled.
I suggest we just take these and we can determine what they do later.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have bag of holding, which is empty right now. So, I could just plonk them in there.
I mean, Livio's just gonna keep it in the back. He has.
Fair enough.
All right. So what are we thinking next?
We have the only option left is to go back into the room we were in before.
It's true.
Right. Back.
Waver is going to ask them to do the thing with like the door and the shield, and she's going to watch the entrance to see if something happens over here, just in case.
All
Certainly.
right. And I'm gonna pull back out a torch and light it up, holding it to the shield.
Oh yeah, let me come back
Uh,
with you guys too. Yep.
yeah.
Wait, is that what you're telling us, Darth? Maybe you put the torch to the door that's in the way of the entrance. It's a that Oh,
Oh,
got a
that makes
brain
a lot of
blast.
sense, actually.
Yeah, I
That
just got
makes
a.
so much sense.
Oh my! I just got a brain blast of that.
That makes a lot more sense than what we were thinking earlier.
Sorry, explain. What did you realize?
Okay, so there's now a thing blocking where we came from that we can't open and can't blow down. And the same is true with this door. Maybe this door is telling us the solution to opening back up the entrance.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that makes sense because it's like it says the dawning sun burns away the hoarfrost, coaxing life back into the dead land.
Yeah,
So it's like,
maybe the solution is to try and open the entrance again or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm holding my torch up to the shield right
Yeah,
now.
we'll
As soon
do
as
this
you
thing
touch
first.
the torch to the shield glows yellow. Waver, you're not seeing anything change.
Yep.
But then
So should we just try to open up the door again then? Or like the entrance?
I would.
Do it.
I'll go back in the front room with Waver and then try the door.
The door there is marble.
Okay.
It is carved to look like vines,
Okay.
and you said putting a torch to it?
No, I'm just trying to open it.
Nothing moves.
Okay, then I'll put the torch to it.
There's the image, the optical illusion of the vines moving and shifting. The door seems alive,
Ooh.
but it stays firm where it's at.
He says like an optical illusion. Okay, interesting. Hmm.
Out of the corner of your eyes, you also see the movement of those vines throughout the hallway you're in.
Okay. I keep holding the torch to the door, I guess, and see if anything else changes
Nothing.
or happens.
Can you follow the vines? Or do they lead to?
I'm gonna pull the torch away from the door and see if I notice anything happen then.
Nothing you see.
Okay. I'll just. So you said the vines, like the hallway I was in, like were moving and shit?
Yep.
I'm gonna go see what that was all about. It was like
I
up
mean,
here.
no. The vines
Oh,
in the
this hallway.
hallway. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take a closer look at those vines then.
Again, they're carved from stone. You don't see how they could move, but it definitely appeared like they were moving.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe try
Hmm.
like following the vines, because like, do they end at a certain
Yeah, I'm
point?
gonna follow the vines with my eyes and see if like
They
they
end.
lead anywhere specific.
So the way the vines are set up, they kind of go just until they hit the entrance to the tomb proper. Um, so they're along the walls there, and then what
Right.
before they hit the candles, they've dispersed out.
Right.
Are any of them near the ceiling? Because I distinctly remember when the beholder zombies came in, you described how it seemed like the ceiling opened up and then these things floated down.
Give me an intelligence check.
Sure. 17.
You're pretty sure that that's what the ceiling looked like before, but it's not what it looks like now.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I promise I would never put you in a spot where you can't do anything.
Okay, I have a weird idea. Waver is going to use message and try and target the tomb itself.
Okay.
And Waver is just going to ask, "Can you hear me?"
Yes.
Holy
We're getting
shit!
some work.
Let's go! I knew it! The tomb is alive! Mmm! Ah,
Waxing life back into the dead land.
ah. Let's
This is
go.
huge.
Okay, Waver is going to convene with everyone and tell them about her discovery
Okay,
because this is extremely important
I
information.
guess I'll come
Awesome.
back too.
Do you think that's because I'm holding the light to the shield, maybe?
I don't think that that has anything to do with it. I just believe that whatever we're in is at least in some way sentient.
Okay.
Hmm. Can you ask it how to get out?
Hmm. Waver is going to think on that a little bit and decide I'm going to try a bit more of a diplomatic approach. He's going to once again reach out with the message cantrip and ask and say, "My name is Waver. What's yours?"
Calic.
What happened?
It told me its name. Halleck.
Who told you what name?
The tomb. It's alive.
I don't like that.
Can the tomb hear a? Do you know if the tomb can hear us speaking aloud, Waver, or is it only
No,
able to communicate
Does,
via message?
I have no idea, but
Can
does
you
the name
ask it that?
Halleck ring any bells at all?
yeah, does anyone recommend recognize the name Halleck?
Yeah. Do I have I seen the name Halleck anywhere before?
Calic.
Halleck?
Mm,
Kale. No.
Oh, Halleck. Okay.
yeah, Halleck. Yeah, do any of us recognize this name?
I don't believe I do.
You said like Kalek?
ECK actually.
ECK. Okay. So like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Um.
believe any of you have heard the name before.
Okay.
Mm.
Fair enough.
Cool. Um.
Waver is going to say, "We have come here seeking one of our associates. However, we have found a dead end, and our exit has been blocked. Would you mind opening the way for us?"
And what am I getting in return?
Can only Waver hear this?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume so.
I would say that Waver would pretty much word for word report what she's hearing.
Okay.
Lydia's just gonna shout in the tomb, "What do you want?"
Hmm.
Nothing happens.
No response. Okay.
No response.
The responses are coming via the message spell, which they
Yeah,
can't respond unless there's a spell done.
yeah, no. It seems
Right.
like this entity doesn't really have a way of communicating, but the message spell is
They-
kind of tying to its psyche, so I will say
Like,
I will offer you the opportunity to be heard.
I believe you are offering to pay me an exposure.
What?
why? How did I know that something to that effect was coming?
Allow me to rephrase. It is very clear that you have not had many people coming in very often, let alone anyone to actually converse with. No doubt you have grown in want to have your voice heard. I have a way of communicating with you. In return for allowing us passage through you, I offer you the opportunity to speak with me as you please.
If I wanted people to come through my home on a regular basis, I would certainly have made less guardians.
Well, he brings up a good argument.
That is valid
Um,
point right there.
offer can waiver. Can you like offer it? Like, we have like 1,400 gold pieces in our party funds. Can we like offer it like
Isn't he
some
dead?
gold as
Isn't
com-
he
I
dead?
don't think this thing really cares about material possessions.
Do you know?
I mean, it's worth a shot.
Can you? Olivia's gonna turn to Waver. Can you just ask him what he wants?
Well, she is going to use message and essentially ask to that degree, but in more of a, well, is there anything I could offer you that you would want in return for passage?
Servants of especially admirable skills. Politicians are nice. If you have works of art, I enjoy those.
Waver is going to pull out her lyre and say with message, I can perform for you.
You are young. Your skills would not be in performing.
Why did I think he was just gonna end off at "You're young"?
Uh,
You would be surprised. I have dedicated my life to the arts of the music.
I am certain I could find a task for you and your friends. A task you
Name it.
could accomplish.
Name it, and so long as it is reasonable enough, I'm sure we would be more than happy to fulfill it for you.
Reasonable, you say?
Well, we're not just going to go off and get ourselves killed now, are we?
Well, getting yourself killed to avoid getting killed seems awful.
Precisely.
Wastely. However, there are others that I could see removed.
A life for a life.
Well, then it would be 4 lives.
Hmm.
Hoodie doesn't count.
wait, hold on. Hoodie doesn't count. Wait, Hoodie's not alive. Hello.
Look,
Or
You
is it
guys-
talking about
You guys
the
made the
4
argument.
lives that it wants removed?
Or maybe hoodie
Hmm.
does count, and just one
Not
of us
referring to
don't
us.
count.
One of
Yeah.
us don't count.
One of us doesn't count. Jane, each of us is half a life, so that together we make.
Make
You
your
are two half
request. Make your request, and I shall tell my party. Once we have made our decision, we will tell you.
The first part of my request is that you leave here without that which you came for.
What do you
And
mean I come for?
the second part of my request is there is an old crone at the edge of my woods. I would see her gone.
Waver would relay that to the party, and then ask, well, obviously it's referring to the cursed item that we came here searching for.
Agreed.
And
Yeah, we
the
can.
old crone is likely the woman we encountered on our walk.
Oh, you mean the lady that gave me the coin?
That's my assumption, at least. So,
That
do we
was
take the
just-
offer and turn down one of our cursed items that we're meant to collect? Or do we
Wait,
refuse
so
and
do we
risk angering this thing?
wait? So did we get the cursed item from this
No.
No.
tomb already?
No.
At least
Oh.
not that we're
Not that
aware
we're
of.
aware of.
It's possible that in that room there was
Okay.
like
What all?
maybe the
What all
scroll
did
that we
we?
got.
What all loot did we grab from this tomb so far?
There's a Livia has a
Some
backpack
potions.
with a brown
Yeah.
potion, a brass ring, and a blue potion.
So the thing we're looking for is a map that leads you to
Yeah.
stuff. It's quite possible that the scroll is that map and we just haven't opened it, so we don't know that it's that.
Well, we also can't open it because
Yeah, right,
it will get
obviously.
cursed.
Yeah.
But Livia's gonna turn to Waver. Can you ask him why he wants the crone dead?
Is there any specific reason you want this crone dead, if I may ask?
It is enough that I ask.
Yeah, I
It's
figured.
not wanting to answer, yeah.
Mm.
So we just have that
Um,
information to deal with. We should make our decision now.
Can I
Do
get
we?
perception rolls from everyone except Waver?
Ooh,
Interesting.
okay, fun.
12.
16.
13.
Livio, you actually hear the laughter coming from down the past the locked door.
Ah, I see.
Waver, you hear it in
That
your head as
room.
well, and I'm sorry it throws off your perception of it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Mm.
We do need to make our decision. Do we give up this one cursed item in order for guaranteed safe travels? Or do we risk it and potentially anger this thing?
Well, like, do we know if there is another way through this door? Or, like, out of here?
I
No,
I
we
can't
don't.
think of any other way, so I say go for it.
I think we kind of have to at this point.
Kind of forced to at this point.
Waver would just say, all right then. Raise your hands if you're in agreement that we take this thing's offer.
I'll
Audrey
raise my
raises
hand.
his hand.
Olivia's currently not paying attention and trying to look through the keyhole to see if he can see anything in the door because he heard
Yeah.
laughter from
Livio.
behind the door.
Perception check, Livio.
Livio. Oh my god.
21.
Oh shit.
Give me a second.
Oh god. Here we go again.
Olivia's gonna lose an eye.
You see a hallway that extends for a ways down there, but towards the end of the hallway, I'm just going to get the picture for you because I know you want to see it.
Of course, I want to
Yep.
see it.
Literally at the end of the hallway, this jumps into frame completely. Let's see, where's the spot? There it is. There you are.
Oh god.
Oh,
Hmm.
Oh.
fun. That's something I don't know about.
Olivia
Yeah,
is
that
going.
looks scary at least.
Olivia is going to fall backwards, a wide-eyed, pale face, and just go, "What the fuck is that? What is that zombie bird creature? I don't understand."
While still raising his hands in agreement with Waver, Padre's gonna go take a look through the keyhole to see what scared Livio so much.
I'll get a perception check from you.
He's not gonna see it, and this is gonna be really funny.
That's an 8.
You put your face up to the keyhole and you put your right eye to it and open the left eye. By the time you figure out what you're doing wrong, there's nothing in the hallway. You see a hallway going about 15 feet and then opening up, but you don't see anything there.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know
it
what
seems
Livio was talking about. There's
it
nothing there.
seems like we're in agreement, and whatever the thing is on that other side likely isn't gonna let us go unless we agree with it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to see what this thing can do when it really wants something to be dead, so Waver will send the message. We agree to your terms.
It is done then.
I assume Waver relays that final message to us.
Yeah.
Okay. Upon hearing that, Padre's gonna cautiously try the door there.
The door right in front of Livio there,
Yeah.
it does not open.
I think it means it's opened the entrance for us to
Okay,
leave.
well, in that case, let's go back out the entrance.
Just one thing. This thing did request that we didn't take something with us. I want
Oh
to
yeah, let's just
clarify
leave
exactly
everything that we got from the tomb here, I guess.
Waver is very specifically going to send the message and ask, oh yes, just so that we are making sure that we don't falter in our agreement. What is it specifically you wish for us to leave behind here?
The map. You have not
Okay,
yet
so-
received it. You will not get it. It is mine.
Okay.
I see.
Okay. So then
So-
everything we got already is fair game then. Is essentially
Alright,
what I'm
true. We can keep our stuff. It has its thing.
cool. We go back.
Yeah,
If you
but we'll. Oh,
if you wish
What?
in the future to use the map, we could come to an understanding.
Mm,
indeed.
okay.
Well, we shall be off, and once we have finished our job, I will come back, at least at the outskirts, to inform you of our success.
Can
The door.
I have? Can Livio try and peek through the keyhole again to see if you can see that creature again?
Give me a perception roll.
Maybe he was.
Would Livio do that though?
Maybe he's hallucinating. He just needs to double check.
Ah, okay.
The 14.
You see it a little further back.
Shit.
Yeah, okay. Livio's gonna book it to the front. He's not dealing with that.
Padre, you come to the door, and it was one solid piece of marble before, but you can see it's flowed apart as if it was vines being pushed aside, half to either side,
Okay.
and the door is open.
I step
All
through.
right. We'll
Yeah.
leave.
Oh,
We leave.
I guess Livio's following.
All right. Livio is following.
Once they're outside, Waver is going to suggest that they head back to the bastion and try and collect the brains together. A, to figure out what that thing was. B, potentially find the identity and location of this crone. And C, potentially come up with a plan to get the map even after we've done our thing.
I mean,
yeah.
this isn't a huge woodland.
The guy said it was the crone is at the edge of the forest, right?
Yeah. Waver is obviously just suggesting this. If the party wishes, we can go and try and find the crone now.
How far
He
away is the
just
bastion?
recommends a couple days, I think.
Yep.
Is
Yeah.
it really worth it to go back to the bastion?
I mean, we're not really on a time crunch right now.
Yeah, that guy didn't really give us a time limit.
Exactly. We can take as long as we want. And Waver would prefer if we go in informed rather than squabbling around trying to find out what's going on. Also, this entity did say it was its forest, and like how it controlled the tomb, Waver might think it might be able to perceive what's going on in the forest as well, meaning it would probably find out immediately once we had killed the crone and immediately demand our absence. So Waver would, at the very bare minimum, like to come up with a plan on how to potentially deal with that.
I see. Well, that seems kind of reasonable.
Mhm.
Not going to dispute that.
Waver is pretty okay talking about it because it didn't really seem to hear what they were saying. The message was required for the communication, so speech seems fine, but actions seem a bit more dubious in that regard.
All right.
It's near 11:30.
Yeah, I think either way we call it here today and pick
Yeah.
up
Okay.
tomorrow.
Before we call it, everyone gets 1,200 experience.
Okay.
Yay!
We get 12,000 experience.
I
Wow,
said
that's a lot.
1,200.
12,000
12,000
experience.
experience. That's so.
That's
cool.
a lot of experience.
I love 12,000 experience.
How much will you get again?
1,200.
12,000
1,200.
experience.
1,200 experience.
1,200. Okay.
12,000 experience.
Oh my fucking god. 1,200.
Yep.
You forgot a zero.
Okay.
Will you be camping here or traveling at all away from the tomb to set up camp?
How far away is the bastion? from here?
Assume
Bastion
we
is a
could
2 days
probably
trek from here.
Yeah.
we could probably go
Is
a
there-
ways
is
away
there-
from the tomb and
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
town
Either
nearby?
way, we're gonna be moving away from the tomb, so we might as well just find a good place to set camp and
Yep.
set camp.
All right.
Is there a town nearby?
Not any closer than the bastion for that, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to be sending each of you a message after the fact. Be
Mhm.
aware of that. Where I'll
Okay.
want you to reply individually. Okay.
Is it gonna
No.
be a DM or is it gonna be in our little
Private
text
channel.
chat that we have?
Uh, because we have the individual text chats here, I can just put it there. That's fine.
Okay.
Mhm.
And when should I expect this?
Let's see.
I just don't know if I should like stick around
I would say
for that.
I would say responding any time before the next session would be fine. So
Yeah,
you
probably.
can
Yeah,
worry
exactly.
too much about that.
Okay. I'll keep it in mind then.
Okay, give me a
Yeah.
second, and I can just do this. Boom.
The last message in my private chat with Darth is that the Beholder zombies are not the scariest thing in the dungeon, and now I totally understand.
It's true.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's those goths. Those are so
I
fucking
promise they're
annoying.
not. I promise they're not.
Serious, I do not understand the design decision in making those things. Who ever thought that that was a good idea, and then who approved that? Like,
Ah.
huh?
I apologize. Ignore that first line, folks. That's from a different part.
Oh,
Fuck it.
I'm going to erase it right now, but
Fuck it.
this is what happens when I cut and paste from a separate adventure.
It's all good.
And admittedly, that was a fun one where these people had first experienced battles with trolls with the new rules.
Mm. Man, I love the little brain blast that I had of realizing, oh shit, the door is telling us to torch the main door.
As I said, I'm just enjoying watching what you folks come up with.
Yeah.
I promise I will not
Those,
put.
those little brain blast moments are so fun, though. It is so good.
I promise not to put you in situations that there's nothing you can do. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if some of the puzzles were built with more party members in mind,
Yeah.
Darth has the counteracts to that. Because he
So-
lost 2 people.
I will be honest. Remember, this particular campaign was built for 3 different groups.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it was set up so that each of those 3 different groups are able to solve the puzzles.
Yeah.
And I expected, even before the groups were figured out, I expected there to at the very least be someone who can pick a lock or open a locked door in some manner.
Mm.
Oh, so you were expecting us to lockpick? I honestly thought about trying to do that, even though Olivia has no experience doing that.
Would have worked, or at least would have been possible. The other thing is there's a riddle there, and it's solvable, but it would have been easier if we still had Narn. It is what it is.
I mean, I liked Math's idea with freezing the shield.
Yeah, the prestidigitation is just not powerful enough.
Yeah, no.
All right, I'm gonna turn off
It
the
was a really
recording.
unfortunate thing.
Now, out
Yeah,
of
it was a
curiosity, would